Yeah, boy, you
Tey
ngi
match
live.
on
I believe you ngi live léegi nii so xaaral ma jéem a try ma
Gam Football Fan Forum ak all those other. Waaye soo ko
yeah, mu ngi
sana
hit my YouTube channel.
okay. All those other. Do yow admin nga Gam Football Fan Forum is it? Do yow admin nga Gam Football Fan Forum is it?
Yeah.
Voilà. Da nga ko faa téye sax kon.
Yeah. Yeah, so we should be on in a minute. Okay. All right. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Ñu ngi nuyu ñëpp di sant ñëpp di wax ne rek ne su fekkee ne ñu ngi ñoo dégg loud and clear mun nañoo jot thumb up si comment section bi. I think we should be able to yeah, am nañ some couple of people on the okay, jërë ngeen jëf Amina jërëjëf Amina Mimi Thomas yow next show yow la ñu indi yow because yow mënuñ laa seetaane noonu so nga pare yow dinaa la bind si suuf next week yow la ñu am because du fair
moom team Gambia la nekkul just
team Gambia la
team Gambia right now.
Wow. Hey, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Coach, welcome.
Walaikum salam. Thank you very much. Naga.
Good to have you.
Good to have you, Coach.
Wow, thanks.
Yeah, once again, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Ñu ngi nuyu ñëpp di sant ñëpp di gërëm ñëpp di wish everybody Juma Mubarak. Di also extend to nuyoo bi rek ñoo xam ne dañu dee seetaan you know week in week out ñu ngi leen naa jaajëfal si seen contribution si because show bi it's pour Gambian football fan la comme li ma dee faral di wax rek fii kenn nekkul fi journaliste you know man suma boppa duma journaliste bi journaliste ñu fee nekk yëpp football yi Gambian football la ñu waxtaane so def dee baax ñu fàttali nit ñi ñu understand loolu ñun ñëpp ñu ngi si football in our various areas.
If you do what journalists are doing, then what you are?
No, I'm not a journalist. We're just talking about football. That's time is say hashtag Gambian football. It's just a football show that we discuss football and football. But I mean, balaa ñoo sori dinaa bàyyi coach bu nuyoo su nuyoo rek. su ko defee mu jàkkaarloo ak ñu dee seetaan Gam Football Fan TV.
Okay, welcome, sir. It's good to be here for the first time. I think it's like a welcoming development, literally, it's welcoming to have you to be with you guys around today. Although Ali Butler, I'm a detail I will do my best today to be around.
That's they said all responsible people are going to bed early, and that's that's something very good.
That's true.
Except Kenna, coach, except one person. And he's only very responsible. He never go to bed early.
No, me, I'm a night guy. I'm a night guy. Anyway, Sana, come. Without wasting much time, we have the Gambian top guy, legendary ex-player, T-Boy. So it's been a while. We are trying to have him here, but he's busy with him, with a lot of stuff. So finally, I can say we have the big fish around. So Alhamdulillah, we expect to have a very good show. Like many people will like to hear from his side of the story, what he's doing and how far he have come. So I think I'm a very good one. So T-Boy, we are very, very happy and privileged to have you here because I know that many people are also trying to get you on their platform. So I think we are lucky to have you. So, and I think the followers will be very, very happy as well. So welcome, brother.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you, T-Boy. And I'm going to say Koto. Dumako introduce nak. Dama bay mo introduce boyam. Mo introduce baba.
Alaikum salam na boyo.
Hello, Balawian.
Mbijang Doroman. Welcome on board.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
It's been a while. Hope you are all right with your family.
Yeah, alhamdulillah, I'm making good. I'm doing good here. It's going good.
Okay. But don't forget me to get me one Toma,
No problem, inshallah.
Good. One mullah, Wane ñu bala nga nuyo setan kat yépp na bala ñu xusi show bi.
Like niñ ko dee defee rek the last show amoon a lot of feedback and definitely they enjoy this program because ñun leen a xamal loo xam ne xamuñ ko woon, which was very nice of you and Habibi and the other guy, what's your name, and that Hadi Murasul. So it's always nice to talk about football, especially Gambian football. So bahna ñu dee ñëw because I can see today I'm being personal attack the interests of Gambian football loolu lañ fa dee discuss ko xam ne na mun a enlighten public bi te ñun I think ne loolu lañ dee try pour dem. So we was here, welcome. Why su dee Laba moom fii dama check out
No,
Laba, that boy, because that boy is a rebel. He's a rebel.
Do la gis. Te ñëwul. Waaye Rubin Cissé, Rubin pour wax la dëgg rek fii du soy Real de Banjul. Just wande ak Abib dafa accidental rek te ñu nekk on the same show. Waaye kii T-Boy bi ko la jógee. So te man élite laa jógee. So fii du Real amut ay Real de Banjul.
Mane biko moom mooy junior team Real xanaa xam loolu. Idrissa Sonko fu mu jógee ak Nani fu mu jógee. Hey sana tenkuma ndoke tenkum.
Okay. Dinañ bay Real bu tëdda. First of all, dinañ use this opportunity buñ am ak T-Boy. I know with all his busy schedules, because he has a lot on his plate right now, but I have to drag him Guinea Kosi from its comfort zone, or us to share Gambian football. Because we needed people with expertise, especially at that level, to share their thoughts with Gambians. Faral di seetaan comme duñ dee wax rek anytime since we know we will try to bring people, they are into football, and that's their area. And T-Boy, briefly, Rick, he is currently doing Husibari Lubari Sikariam, because we still need to talk to him about his coaching journey. And then Lulu, it's gonna be a whole program. And next week, I'm still gonna talk to him about it. But for Gambians to know and the rest of the world, he's probably the only Gambian club that will pursue his UEFA Pro license. Last week he was embarking on a study tour in Holland, and then he's still on the Mungsi Yonbi. So because how many those jobs, those courses will come with a lot of researches and a lot of work. I mean, behind the scene. So for that being the case, why next week, inshallah, we're gonna talk to him about his coaching journey. We're gonna talk to him about his experience with the national under 20, under 23, because it's really important, for people to hear his side of the story. A lot has been said, but I've known him not pay Yagana even during his playing days. He's the first professional coming in the number jersey from his Finnish club, and I still have that shirt home in the Gambia. And I had a very good relationship with him, and that's the reason I brought him here. And I know he's into Gambian football, deep into Gambian football in so many ways. But Bin Lubari, Tyson focus, it's gonna be like the national under 20. They've done a great job. Had a quarterfinal game today against South Sudan. And from the technical point of view, didn't sound T-Boy opinion on Abib Munfi, did not sound his opinion, because one asset with Abib is he knows these players in and out. He's been watching them in and out, and one day, have played for the national team. He's coached Real de Banjul. He's coached, at all levels, and then he's here, very experienced as well, following Gambian football week in out, and then we will try to use that expertise. First of all, T-Boy, what is your overall assessment with the national under 20s total AFCON 2023 U20 championship played?
Personally, what I would say, because this is like I told you, it's a difficult topic for me, because if you know my relationship with the two coaches there, so for instance, my relationship with Lai together with Yaman is very deep. So no matter, every time it's very difficult if somebody want me to sound about send performance or something like that. But I will do my best. Because I've been also training with them.
Good, dinala duga si spotlight. Yeah? I really perfectly know such relationship at Yaya, and equally me as well. But we have to be. You have to bring in your professional skills, your professional skills for us to deliberate on this issue.
Yeah. So for the tournament overall, it's been going good so far. But today game, man, personally, even since when I came back day before yesterday, because I didn't have time to watch South Sudan's game too much. But I just opened my laptop. I watched them for 15 minutes. I closed my laptop. I said I don't want to watch it again, because I know automatically we're gonna kill them, because because I've worked closely with Lai, and when I was in Gambia for almost 2 weeks, I've been around the players, so I know the quality in the team. Even some of the players there, like there are a few players they were with me with under 17. I know them personally. So that's why when I opened, I just have a little scout about South Sudan team. It took me 10 minutes. Then I said no. I even told this to Lai that I said, for this game, I don't think, for me, it's just a matter of football. But for what I have seen here, I don't think South Sudan, even we played 100 games, they can stop us. So it was a done deal for me. So, but I'm happy that the players, before I left, the confidence I see in the team, guiding exposed because I remember the last day I was leaving, they promised us that they are going to World Cup. So the players were so hungry, they were so ready for this battle. So that's why it was easy for them. And knowing Light for the past year, all for the, maybe 20 years more than that, knowing yeah as well, there are kind of a people they go play football. So that's why it was very easy with these kids because they have a technical background, they give them everything. So it was easier to put the team again. People are also forgetting also. I think Parfait also is doing a very good job because I've been close to the team for some period of time. So Pa have been doing too much around the players. So all Pa kids is just like their father. So you can see the unity in the team more. That team is like so solid. They are all together. So no team. I don't think in the tournament I've watched mostly all the games. Compared to Nigeria and all those things. But the team have a depth. They have a very big depth. So there is no team they have a depth more than the Gambian team. That I can tell you. But one thing tactically, one thing they are missing in the team today, even I saw that again happening. That is maybe they miss Hugo a lot in the team. They miss Hugo a lot because why I said they miss Hugo a lot in the team is like because so Hole Mahmoud is somebody who want to be going up and down because that depth, that balance is Amuko because Hugo with him and Hugo is very easy for both of them. They can go box to box easily and come back together. But now, okay, Rashid is a type of a player who want to play football. So, but that Mahmoud is a hardworking player. Likewise, Hugo, they can run within seconds to box and come back. But so Hole right now, Mahmoud also only apart from the first game, they were so solid. The team was so narrow. But apart from the first game, you are seeing little bit gaps are coming little bit. But maybe that can be because of the opponents as well, the weakness of the opponents. They are not taking the game seriously. But like I know Mahmoud a lot because I worked with him with under 17. I know also I saw Hugo training. That's why even when I asked like about Hugo's development, when the arm injury, I was like, okay. I was so worried about him and Alaji said because those two players are the backbone of the team. Alaji also Umamon, because I called like when they just arrived, they have a friendly game. They said that the common bruises. So before I knew that it was a bruises, I said, where is Nakatula? Alaji, he said he have an injury. I said, what? Okay. Then you know, no, it's not serious, but for Hugo, it's a big problem. So there are little details targeting on okay. The senior players coming in, for instance, like Singate and Kajali. The way I want to play, maybe Kajali is because I'm happy for Kajali today. What I have seen him doing, that is what we know for Kajali. He's been missing around Chelsea team. Today his game, their game and was perfect. That is the real Kajali we want to see going forward because it will be difficult for him. Maybe he was trying to get in to understand the players because with Lai want his full that they most of the time his wingers he involves big. But it's the flank they have full backs they can overlap as more as possible because so all on the left side the work is going easily there because the players they know each other very well. They know they've been working with Lai a lot. But that's different from Kajali. So that's why the right side Bakari is not going too much. But you know Bakari is like attacking fullback. Davdebuga attack Davdebuga them always. But because of Kajali also want to play on the line. So you can see that's why the right side still they are trying, but still Kajali can do more. But I see him today, I was very happy with him. Even when I analyzed the South Sudan game, that's what I even told live. I said for me, what I've seen, we can finish the game from the left back of the South Sudan team. Because send left back it was I watched them against Uganda. The first 10 minutes I just closed off my laptop because that was you can see it's obvious. And I know that Kajali is gonna play that role. So no chance. Even so play Adama Fofu, so play Balak Fofu, that fullback cannot stop them because they are all quick, they are all technique, they are all skillful. So that's why it was a done deal for me. Even 15 minutes of the game, I know we're gonna win because I know Kajali's strength, I know our winger strength, I know Adam, I know Balak. I've worked with all of them. So with light tactic, maybe that is a bit difficult for Kajali, but he's getting it. He's getting it. Was like I personally I can be at a better position to talk about light tactic because he coached me with from genuine everything. Divisional zonals. Like gave me three trophies as a kid because my first junior tournament, live was coaching me. That was a Bakau zonal. Maybe one day can remember there was a time in Bakau, Semiri Futan when they used to play these zonal tournament under 15, under 14. Lai was our coaching then. So he gave a tournament of that. Zonal team he coached me as well. Biko Tamini gave me the trophy. So I have known him. I know what kind of person he is and what type of football he want to play. Also, I have been his under 17 assistant also. So with like he gave the freedom to players to enjoy themselves. Mom is that type of player. Mom support him and know that they will play. With like when I was playing with him around, sometimes in the game you want to cry because he want to take every ball from you guys. So Soko passes the center family. So he wants his players to play. So that's why the players are having the football they want to play.
Yeah, coach. Overall, I think from the 4 games we played up till now, this is one of the easiest game we had. If you look at
Yeah.
if you look at what we from the technical point of view, because I was very fortunate to watch all the games. But my
That's true.
looking at the game, the defense it's very solid. Nobody can dispute that. I think the whole of the first half we only gave 1 shot on target. But my concern is our strikers were the forward players were very very wasteful today. The scoreline could have been different if the team was not
Yeah.
disciplined.
No,
What
no.
is
I
your
think
only
the
thing
reason because
on the offensive side? Because the more the tournament is progressing, the more it's going to be more difficult for us.
it was obvious. Like even the players themselves know that they were better than South Sudan. So you can see from the first whistle, the players they were overconfident. So that's why they are they were a little bit hesitant because then because scores. If you can look at see it in the players, never because score goal. Everybody want to score the goal. So that's why game is direct. They know obviously you can see it from the player. From the first whistle, they know that they were the better team. So that's why maybe it was bit now they were a bit hesitant because I was even calculating their chances. They could have scored like Adama and Balak. So if you look at in between them, they have missed 7 chances. You know what I mean? It's obvious. The scoreline should have been even 15 or more because so only Adama have another 4 that have come missed. Together with Balak also have 3 obvious chances. They have 10 chances, about 15 chances. You know what I mean? If they take it, it could have been 15 goals. But coming over here, the players were so confident that they are better than the opponent. So that's why the game was a game. Like you can look at even Nagaljuda. Every player want to score. You can see it from
Yeah,
the first whistle. They were a bit
yeah.
hesitant. Then you score the whole game because everybody want to score. But like you said, going forward, it should be different because there are still room of improvement, room to improve still. Because like I said, in between the defense, the midfield player, there are always a gap in between because so only right now, Nagaljuda, Bajo, Nagaljuda, Maro, this Bajo. Ah, fuck. Yeah, Bajo. Bajo is always sitting midfield player. So you lose a ball with Rashid Aknakal to the Rashid. Even today, also Bayano was late to put the track back. That is something we are missing still because, like I said, Hugo would have been better. Remember that team, they miss Hugo a lot because Hugo was so quick on that. Balak, they can go within seconds to turn back. So that is something they could fix. They need to fix because first game it was perfect. There was no gap in first leg. For instance, first game against Tunisia, I think that can also be like, for instance, the first game Tunisia. Even me at that Tunisia was the better team in the group. So they also know that they were caution against Tunisia than any other opponent. So that's why maybe the other games see guy just gaps in you. But going forward, I know like what type of passing is together with Akaya Nagatuna. Yeah, they will fix it. I can tell you that. I can tell you that. But the scoring
Oh,
part is more of like Adama is someone who never score every goal. So he will wake up from those kind of situations. But today they were hesitant. That's the only problem.
all right, T-boy, I'll come back to you. Dina del Watio, Dina by Aziz Munio, Balama, Nyawati Wande. Aziz,
Assalamualaikum. maa ngi nuyu everybody ñu nekk si plateforme bi oncle waa T-boy Habib Sana
Thanks, sir.
nuyu naa leen waay di nuyu ñu nekk Gambia ak ñu mboolem ku ñëw seetaan xawma na nekk Gambia si
jërëjëf Aziz. Wande hope xam naa ne seetaan nga boy, seetaan nga I mean almost all of their games. Lan moo sa overall assessment from the first group stage game bi ba ñëw si quarter finals bi. And buñ fàtte, I think it's important to note this. This victory today has put the Gambia in the World Cup, in the Under 20 World Cup, which is really, really, really a great achievement But primarily, I think that was their basic first objective with Purmitko. Like maintenance objective, we qualified to the World Cup, which they did in Indonesia at some part of, before the end of this year. And I think that's a great achievement. So under 20, I think if I am right, I stand to be corrected. This is the second time they qualified to the World Cup.
Yeah.
That time.
One day?
Maybe that time, because the other one, that time.
I think that we qualified in Canada.
Canada.
Is the
other one, okay, because of the
third time.
COVID.
Is the third time, sir, because of the COVID, it was postponed. Matanbot was supposed to be there.
Okay. Exactly. That's why. That's the reason I said I stand to be corrected. But yeah, this is the third time you qualified to the World Cup, which is a great achievement. Peter Bonnie Johnson, Moko Doron, Moko Bimusona Def, followed by Matar, and then Lai Bojang also come and continue the mantle. As is how significant it is for these kids, for these young players, to qualify. I would say qualify Senbopa to the World Cup. And then the whole team as well, because this is an opportunity for them to go out there and show what they got.
Yeah, well, leader, player, I think you want to play in the highest level, especially this when you are young. You want to play, see level B, especially in them AFCON qualify. Them see, when them play your World Cup. Mungam for them project about in your gis langa aglang sources you saw up there. So it is very important for you, but it is very important for Gambian football. Because I'm not in a time the one that they lose with this junior categories. Because I'm not in a time we were very good with these junior categories from the under 17 to under 20. Why I'm not in a time we don't bet the matter. Why for the past 3-4 years. Everything we are doing normal. I think it's very good. You concentrate on your category. So is your nalen dimbele. The number is very good to league with players you the place league with they feel like they can have a chance. See the players on us. See see these junior teams. And then is the most never they get 80% we your for like you get few years in a professional. Last time guy they won place on a 20 after before guy play up there are few 5-6 players they made it and go them then professional. So this is very good. And this is very good. Man siluma gis na li baratolo because at the end of the day so tenen bi mun nañu gis yenen badges 5-6 players you then play you play professional te loolu dafa gën a dimbale dëkk bi rek the more ñu am players you play outside the more suñu national team bi dina baax bu paree the more dina baax si Gambia daal man loolu laa gis.
Wande yaa ngi ma dégg
Wande ngi mute de.
Sana mama
okay,
mute.
Wande yaa ma dégg
Yeah.
yaa ma dégg okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Assessment bi. Yeah, man la dégg. Dama doon laaj sa assessment bi.
Yes. First of all, dina congratulate the entire team.
A very big step.
Both executive members, Lai and his backroom staff, team manager Papai, and the federation. Because of the platform la, Cool Boy Simuna market sen bopa. Because this top level nga amuna new market sa bopa, make name for yourself. Number 2, this now team being in your play, the work rate is fantastic. But for a lie, the mentality when do see boys in way. Always could lose ball be the first defender. And they were pressing South Sudan high on the pitch. So all of the action area, most of the time Mungi Sudan is side B. The Panekane Amar time when you score 3-4. Pogondane guide slow down to the control tempo game. ñu play seen pass and move waaye ndoy yaa ngi gis honga bi si ñoom so definitely tey moom play nañ very 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 well dégg la Sudan is not one of the top teams foofu waaye so ngi tournament yi di moo nga play di moo nga build up confidence xam ne things dafa gën a topp te su booboo nag team bi yaa de select sa boppa because coach bi dafa nekk under pressure boo xam ne su dee ku nekk ay duga si well da nga try pour impress coach bi tam so boys yi def nañ very well ba pare dara daawul nga dee win with a clean sheet ci tournament because for now guy first round bi most of goals suñ mission rep tey pour na compensate nañ ko te foogoon naa ne South Sudan waroon nañoo dem dozen double figure
Okay.
because ndoy yaa ngi gis honga bi si ñoom
Okay.
so sana manjake foofu next maa ngi xaaraat more questions bàyyi
Waaw
Habib
dina posagum Habib because am nañ biir legendary Baye Male Wada you know
Wada
ñu dugal ko rek ñu mu nuyu ak ñu seetaan ñëpp you know si show bi
asi sa oncle ango
Sana.
Salaamaaleykum.
Dama bëgg nga exhaust T-boy.
Yeah.
Su ko defee doo ko xam nga doo ko keep that much lead. You understand?
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Right.
Man, I can see it.
Dama bye nuyu rek mu nuyu ak bi ñu ñoo seetaan yëpp and then you know dinañ go to dinañ continue ak T-boy. Coach jërëjëf.
Salaamaaleykum.
Aleykum salaam wa rahmatullah.
Naka ngeen def?
Alhamdulillah.
sant yàlla
Okay. maa ngi soog a dugal seen show bi de wande ma ci dugal moo ma introduce.
Non fekk nga ñëw. Fekk nga ñëw because gaa ngi maa sot fii nii gaa ngi maa sot so léegi ñëw nga.
Waa gaa yi musuñ ma invite nag loolu la musuñ ma invite wande ma invite tey.
wande mooy ko fara te bi mo mos dooli
no wande mooy suñu consultant suñu diggante
waaye Aziz du ma ko nuyu Aziz daf ma bàyyi moom du ma ko nuyu
non bàyyi
te man sa papa laa sa nijaay la man ñaari boor laa ci yow
waa emal foofu nag
ma ne
Okay, Habib.
maa ngi nuyu ñëpp ak audience bi.
Thank you. You welcome.
Thank you. You're welcome. T-boy dinañ del si waat baag am nañ fi suñu legendary Baye Male Wada you know dinañ use expertise as well see the ongoing waffle and there are other pertinent issues tamit dinañ ko waxtaane in the second half of the show but T-boy what are some of the positive things that you picked up from the game against Sudan today? Because in as much as we did talk about how wasteful they were in front of goal, which could have been different if the players were much more relaxed and more disciplined in front of goal. What are some of the positives that you can pick from the game today?
You know, in football, creating chance is not negative thing. Even sometimes it's wasteful. You waste a chances. If I'm creating chances as any coach after a win game, it's something like a positive thing. So it's just a matter of mental side. You just need to motivate the players to be more focused next time on goal. That can be work on the training ground. Like I said, sometimes showing you into the game like overconfidence. That can be maybe one of the issues. That's why they're missing all those opportunities. But that's one positive thing. Creating chance. Now I'm over 15 chances in a game, my friend. That's a good thing. So the other thing is the leadership. I am very happy. I'm very proud of this guy. What is the name? The captain. Yes, I've been solid on that back for the all this tournament. So the leadership part, if they were making little mistake, but he was always there to clean the mess. So that is something positive. Going forward, time it is something very positive. Like the Rashid, the midfield, the two attacking midfield, Bayan or Rashid, the 10 4 runs were perfect also. So there are a lot of positive things in the game, like come no matter what, wasting chances. Okay, after winning, as a coach, you say, okay, we score 5 goals despite maybe missing 7 chances. That is positive. So you go back to the training ground. That can be more of the mental part. You can talk with the players and all those things. You rectify them again. But as a coach, that is a small issue. After winning, I miss maybe 10 chances. That's a small details. But if you consider that is a difficult, maybe a hard, let's say that is maybe something that are difficult. You need to work on it. Maybe take time, but scoring can be fixed maybe within one training session. That's not a big problem. But there were a lot of
Yeah,
positive, and the wing, the left side of the wing, like same left side of the left side of the field is always positive. So throughout the scene, he has been solid all over. So I have seen a lot of positive things. So like this little weakness more because modern football now is more of a transitioning game. So it's like attack, transition, defense, attack, defense. So the transition part, so they lose it too much. That punish you a lot, and that is something they need to fix. Like that little details at the midfield, they need to fix it quickly possible before Monday. Those are the little details they need to fix.
yeah, that's exactly where my point is, because when you look at the team on transition, I think we tend to lose a lot of balls in the middle, which
Yeah,
could be very much dangerous if
that's
we are
true.
playing against a team that is much more purposeful. But I think that's something that they were comfortable with today. South Sudan, we are not more of a threat. You know, South Sudan, we are not more of a more of a threat, which is really important. But in moving forward, and I think those are simple things that you need to polish out to make sure that you had a contingency plan in case you lost more. Like you said, sometimes I do feel that we are vulnerable a little bit. I mean, we don't have enough cover. In terms of while protecting the back four. And today, you've seen South Sudan got one chance in the first half that could have been a game changer.
Mhm.
That could have changed the dynamics of the whole game. But I think the defense, we cannot say much on the defense because they've been keeping clean sheets, and then from a technical point of view, you will say, okay, the defense has been working really, really good, even though we are shutting them down a lot. But our opponent are still creating some chances, which we will definitely need to work on. So in transition, what do you think that the team needs to definitely work on the transition?
It's simple. Like for instance, in modern football now, like my philosophy, my way of thinking how to play football, my normally play most of the time in the game we started. I give liberty to the players. So the principles players need to remember, like when we lose the ball, we need to have a 2+2 in the middle. That would mean when you're protecting in front of the defense. So it can be anybody. So it doesn't mean the midfield player number 6 have to be there or number 8 have to be there. But players have to know it automatically that after you say ball, economic defense it should be 2+2. So those are the principles you have to put in the player's head. So no matter now how I think about how I think about playing my games, I don't have I focus more on individual development than the team development. So what I mean in that, like more as an individual, each player have to know their role in the team. Each player have to know our principles. So whereby if I can a ball be loose now, you don't need to think about the number 6 have to be there or compulsive. But the player A or player B should know that automatically this is our principle. This is how we want to play. Immediately if you lose a ball, there should be 2 players there, straight forward. So those are the little details you need to work on. But it can be all be principal part. It doesn't need then I them like in the number 6 bio. Okay, you have to be here, or what is the name? Rashid, you have to be here always. So it has to be like a more of individual coaching in the team, inside the team. You don't focus more on modern football. So we focus more of the team. In case tomorrow we can build a team, can I, like for instance, Hugo was part of the team. Hugo is not there, but some other person is there doing the work. So Lomoda is more important. You work on like a individual development. I mean, is very important in modern football because that means every player will know their role. This is the principle of the team. So you say ball be A or B have to be here, C or D have to be here. So everybody should. So if I can, the whole team have a knowledge of how you want to play. They know the principle, so it's easy to fix those details. So I think they have a principle of the way they want to play. So if they go back to training ground, they need to just make a video clips of those issues, little detail. Sometimes you need those visual teachings of the players to know, okay, this game, this is what happened. So what do you think next time we should do? So they learn from it, then they fix it quickly. So, but it doesn't mean you didn't need to focus on the midfield players. They have to be there always. It shouldn't be like that.
Talking about video clip, I'll come back to you on a video clip because it's really important for us to get this straight. But the Nadugal by Sufekene.
I'm not been a question for Naboyo. T-boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
No, acha bias pare. Oh, bias pare good.
No, by it looks like Musifon. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
T-boy.
Yeah.
T-boy, you ask the under 23 coach. Lie as the under 20. Can I under 17 coach bisa?
I'm under 17.
Okay, not yet. Okay. Like Lowland they feel come Kayen United the feeding teams for the senior national team. And both of you guys are not playing the same system with the senior team. What's your take on that?
No, it's been like a man Buma Jele under 23. What I did first was honestly, I've never met Tom personally, but it has been very welcoming. One more Jele team, I've been in contact with him. So if you can even see the under 23 team, he assisted me in some point because when I have a approach under 23, the first thing I did was about under 23. I asked him what they said they want to qualify, they want a 50% of foreign and local team players. So what I did exactly was I contacted Tom to contact him, at least talk to him, like the players, young players, he's trying to feed them like for instance the senior team. So he give me those names, A, B, C, D, like the likes of Sekou Marong, Usman, what is the name? Usman Marong, this center back in Palermo. There are little players, mom, he need them in the senior team. So he give me those names, I have to focus on them. Then at least it will be continuity. Because so also with the under 20 also, if you look at the team, there are players from the under 17 from us, from Managlanyo Faneko. So we've been working together. So the same, like the first thing I did was I first have to think about players. They were with Matar before, with the under 20. I try to look at them, what they are doing currently. So I focus on those things. They are playing active, or they are at least playing in a European, let's say Belgium, France. I focus on those players first. So I gave them priority to come to the national team because we have to work like continuity. Because under 17 team, like current this under 20 team, there are about 6 players, and they are just from the under 17. If you look at the under 23 team, also there are about half of all of the team I have been training with as the local players. There 90% of all of them are under 20 players. So it's been like we've been working together since I came in. It's been like that. We've been working together all along. So we don't have a problem with that.
The reason why I'm opposed that question, Bomay, I think I don't think that it's all right for you guys whenever we are having like a tournament to invite you to select your team, carry on. After that, you never hear it again.
Yeah. Sorry, let me come in here.
And I think that we should be training so just to maintain the team if at all you guys are on the contract.
Yeah, so sorry, I will answer that in 2 seconds. Yeah, we are all under contract. I had people, maybe some people, we are all under contracted. Lies under contracted, me, I'm under contracted up to 2025, 26. So we are all under contracted. What I did since I came in, when I appointed, the first thing I did, I have my own model. I have a game model for under 23. Vietnam is there, it's visible. So even anybody can see it from it's there. We have a game model. We have a game principle, how I want to work. I have a game year plan also. The year plan is also with the technical director. Everything is written. Man, immediately Bunma appointed, the first thing I did was I prepared a model. I prepared a game plan. I prepared everything, details. Like I have scouted over 100, let's say 50 players in media in 4 second league. Because sometimes we have to be realistic also. We don't need to think about, okay, we have 100 players abroad, but where are they playing? So we have to look at those issues also. I have about 50 players. Even if you look at Mamin, I have to convince Mamin to come to under 20 because I tried with him first time. He was a bit because I think he was looking for player on the German under 19. So I talked to him the first time. Agent and he was refusing. So under 20 new my contact there are opportunity also under 20 is playing. So at least I tried with Lai also with Indigo. So we have a like my role also before even this coaching course. I was doing scouting for one German fan. So German company. So scouting, I know any player playing in Gambian player. You are playing anywhere in the world. I can tell you, I know all of them. I have them in details. I have them in records. That is my job. I'm a scout. I have been working as a scout for 2 years. Balama national team. So that's not a problem. So it doesn't need. But the only thing I have problem was I was trying to contact to get their contact details. So which I did. I talked with many players now. So I can say right now we have a file installed of close to 60 active players. You know, they are playing in like a 4-second league. Sometimes there are people, you know, like last week, this Imam Deng, he was in Everton before, he just returned back to Sweden to sign. Yeah, I'm got my call on a few days ago. The tank, okay, the time you need Imam, he was like, we are thinking about how to move. So we are in contact with everybody. So for me personally, I have contact with most of, you know, they have Gambian background. They are in my list. I'm a technical director, have it, the federation have it. I have my own model, I have my year plan, it's all drafted and there and done. Man, I don't have any problem in that. So even like, for instance, even have details installed with everything I've been doing since being appointed. The first day I trained, anything you need to know about what I did all those 3 months or what I've been doing up to today, it's all filed there. So you can just ask maybe the technical director, or even they contacted me, I can send you, you can see it, it's feasible. That's not a problem. So likewise,
Thank you
like
so much. Thank you. Thank you so
All right.
much.
Okay, T-Boy.
Yeah.
T-Boy, bala man to you on the other side of it. I want to bring in by Mali. By welcome once again. Dama buga sound sa opinion. I'm not a then you want to encyclopedia Gambian football because you've got everything that people need to know about Gambian football. I'm not a dama how a nag. Why muson nanyo am dina Senegambia mayo ak Father Goff. When I was with him, them see yalla Father Goff in Senegambia. But dinañ waxaat si loolu waaye nala indi back to the under 20. Xam naa ne yaa ngi seetaan team bi probably yaa ngi seetaan gars yi lan mooy sa overall assessment bi si seen performance in Egypt. Buñ réeroon mbir na ne Baye Male was the coach last season for Real de Banjul, you know, and then he has a track record of developing a lot of young players that understand now graduating a lot of young players. He has given them chance, and then you know, those players are really performing well.
Sanahara must have been for Amna Benadanko Pate or Edna Timbo Yangi Tua Banco. Helam Vice is the fourth man to have a academic and a good youth team. Monyom Baba ye Ibusila category bo. Yeah.
Okay.
Vice.
This is more encyclopedia Gambian football.
There was a period I was out of Gambia at Yori. So nyom again I'm neka encyclopedia. But football man, I have had interest from like 8 years old, 7, 8 years old. I had a lot of uncles, brothers, we play, I followed them at Yori. So I have been following football with all. I can recall from something like 72 to date, but there are gaps that I have not been around Gambian football or involved. Why I love football, I love sports, and I see myself as a sportsman. But I am not the topic here. I think I will go to the under 20. I think their performance have been laudable. I mean, that's like they've been performing so well. It's been a pleasure seeing them. That doesn't mean that the team doesn't have problems. And we are talking about today's game. And I think we were so much better than South Sudan. A lot of faults go off against. and we're talking about we scored 5 goals, then you cannot fault anybody. The striker got a hat trick. You cannot fault him. Even though, man, as a former striker, there were like 2 headers that he even missed the target, and that was the only but I had with him. But what I see in him is that he's a young kid that has a lot of movement and very good. And what I say always to strikers, it is the movement that creates opportunity for you. If you are a striker that doesn't know Kiryubahi, you don't have chances, or your chances are minimal. So I would commend him, and I think he needs to work on few things, but I think he's an excellent striker from the way I see him move. Because it's through his movement that he scored, and it's his movement that he had opportunities to score more goals, even though I think he should have scored at least 5 or 6 goals in the game. But I cannot fault him for scoring 3 out of the chances that he had. The other thing I hear you talk about is about transition. What I found as the biggest problem, not just for Gambian football, I think it's more like an African football, is that it becomes very difficult to maintain shape in transition. That is our biggest problem that I notice as Africans, not just as Gambians. Okay, and I think coach was talking about that, about 2+2, and it's all about just shape. And defensive shape is more difficult because when you don't have the ball, maintaining shape is more difficult than when you have the ball. Yep. So that is one problem I see in our football and in our team, but I see it also as an African problem in transition. The defense, I think they were solid, even though I think South Sudan could not get into the game. I think they had 1 or 2 chances in the first half, but you know, they were not full chances, I think, throughout the game. There was a period I missed in the game because Kurang Dabafei, I had to switch, and by the time I get to watch again, part of the game had passed. But like I said, I didn't feel that they threatened us enough. So that will not be a good test. We talk about Deganangen briefly about attacking midfielders. Another problem we have in the modern game was getting our midfield players, our attacking midfielders in the box to support the striker. And I feel if we're playing with an organized team and with the one striker we play, and we don't have support from our attacking midfielders into the box, then we might have problems scoring. Okay, it was easy because, like I said, the strikers' movement and the South Sudanese defense wasn't that organized, or they could not organize themselves well. Created a lot of chances. But if we're playing a better team or a better organized team, and we don't get that support into the box, we might have problems and difficulty scoring. But and what I always say to attacking midfielders, they need to be scoring goals or creating opportunities by their movement. And statistically, globally, most goals are scored in the box, over 85% of them. And if people don't get into the box in numbers, then it becomes difficult for that team to score. And a lot of people then go and center forward, but center forward is usually 1 against 2. So if the center forward doesn't have someone else running in the box, drifting defenders to create space for him, it becomes difficult. 1 against 2, anywhere you are not likely to win. But if you have that support, then with the movement that he does, I think if we have 1 or 2 midfield players running in the box, we can score anything. So those are just few things that I observed with the team. But I think, we need to just clap for them and celebrate at Nyom. Because I think what they have been doing in Egypt is excellent. We've been playing. I haven't seen some of the other teams. But what I have seen, I think we have a formidable team, and I think we need to continue to support them. And as coach said, maybe there are some of these things that need to be adjusted, especially in transition, defensively. And at the same time, we need to have our flankers to defensively support. Someone like Kajali, I have been after him throughout, but he's a small guy, but you see him really, his game has improved because he supports defensively. Before to lose a ball, now he tracks back, he's working hard to win the ball. Our striker hustles the defense, he works hard to win the ball. To the point I sometimes think he might get into a point where he gets tired. But he shows he has a lot of energy, he will fight. And that's what you need now for a striker. And I think he's a good striker. And if we work on his heading and just composure, but as a young guy, I would give him, I would give him a high grade in what I have seen. So that's my general observation of the team and their match today.
Thank you.
That was very insightful, and that was a brilliant analysis of the team. Why? I mean, in the two direct because they mangla free sagum because they are sanga.
No,
I'm T-boy. Fuck me, please. Now, why? From a confidence point of view, how is this game going to motivate boys? Putting them grow in the confidence, getting into the semi-final. Even though we knew that our next opponent in the semi-final is going to be really, really tough.
Going forward, basically on our platform, I may guess your hand that there are technicians on football like Biomale, Diligent, and T-Boy. So sometimes we just take a step back and allow them to talk more because they hardly come. Man, I'm always here. Man, Aziz, we are always here. So what I say, I'm not worried that we have Bi and T-Boy because they are ex-players and they are also coaches at the highest level. Well, it's good. Why I'm always happy when I have guests like Young Bi and T-Boy. I'll get a step back, and then these guys are doing a fantastic job wherever they are globally. Talking about the Gambian team, it's been perfect. It's been perfect. 3 out of 3 clean sheets can complete. Play improve on a mildly basis can complete. T-Boy has mentioned things it's very important based on the opponent. That play more the trigger. Because so when they play El Clasico, then when they prepare for a week, because it's El Clasico. But so when they play with Elche or Cadiz, then okay, it's just Cadiz. So mentally, Gambia, South Sudan. So you could see it from the boys. We don't play at Tunisia. We played our best game against Tunisia because then just you respect. They have these 2 lines, lose the ball, track down. Everybody was fantastic against Tunisia. Our best game in terms of organization. So sometimes it has to do with the opponent. But going forward, it's Nigeria. Yes, they might sound Nigeria because it's Nigeria, but Nigeria, there has not been Nigeria throughout these years. It's just for me, it's a formidable side. They are more of a physical team than a technical team because I've watched them twice. If they push to the edge with physics, if you are exhausted, then they can exploit you. But technically, and the way I've seen our boys play against Tunisia, I'm not scared one bit against the Nigerians. I'm not, because we have a team and we have a depth, which is very important. So going forward, we have already achieved our first objectives. That's going to the World Cup. But we're taking about. Man, personally, Lola Bugon, Gambia is going to the World Cup. Alhamdulillah. Anything on top of that is a bonus. But seeing the team and the players we got, we have a shot. We have a shot. We can go all the way to the final, and we can even win the trophy. But one of my main objectives was for the Gambia to go to the under 20, because going to the World Cup means players under 18, 19, you are gonna sign a full-time contract. You are not 17, you are not 16. You are 18, 19. So for me, I think we have to be very thankful, and we should be very, very happy and encourage these boys massively, because definitely they have put the Gambia in a higher place. Imagine Egypt. Egypt is a superpower in football. They couldn't win a game in their own backyard. Egypt, mighty Egypt. Small country like Gambia is doing it big. So it's about just doing the right thing. But I think we have a team, and then we just need to support like Bojang and his backroom staff. And going forward, it's about time we think about our own. You know, it's about time we think about our own. From the top to the bottom, we have coaches all over Europe, Gambians who are doing their thing. So I'm gonna buma wax lu bari because tey ñu am guest yoo xam ne xam nga am leen yomb T-Boy is too busy. Baye Male is public more than beneen public demand la. So I'm happy ne
resafal lolu ba next week.
No, Baye Male moom Baye Male we will have I'll say this, we will have Baye Male for a different program. Because today it's about the under 20 stuff, so we will just focus on that. But we will have a show where it's only with us because there are so many unanswered questions. Yohamne Biomale can give us the answers. So for now, I will allow our guests to continue with the program.
Okay, ma mention something Kilumowa.
Wow.
Ma just what? Wow. You know, the psychological aspect of the game. Better and Lola Habibudiwa. Understand that? Man, I have been insisting. Smadom has done sports psychology. And I'm encouraging him to look more into that because the thing why psychology affects all of us and impacts on all of us. And everything in life is state dependent. So psychologically, how you feel and how you think, for example, going to a specific game impacts on the game. And that is why the psychology in the game is very important. How do you approach the game? What mindset? What is your state of mindset? But hey, need tough. Maybe affair be set or so all those things have a huge impact on games. But like I said, there is still a lot of research or study that needs to be done in it. But man, I'm very particular about that. And as a coach, I try to psychologically always prepare my team to be psychologically strong, approaching any game. I have it as an individual. Hey, why not your gungama? It's another issue. But the psychological aspect of games and everything in life is very important, and especially in sports. And we need to be working on improving that. And even lately, a lot of teams are having psychologists that work with the teams, work with the players. I'm going to coach Mom, he does a lot of individual coaching because that's the level that football is going to, where people need to, as individuals, be improving themselves to improve the team.
Yeah.
Wow. So Lola Buona Yokara Kilo Abibu very, you know, the state of mind of living.
Thank you. I'm not another question.
T-Boy, Balamanyo si question T-Boy bi. Balma buy assist because man free stays my boy. One buy
no, you need to find it.
Assist and be play double freeze because man double freeze gum nyari so get out. Assist, so overall assessment be under 20 be I'm not set on game be. They came out in the finals on top I mean in all aspects. I think we can simply put it they were just better than South Sudan in all aspects. And then you know, they showed discipline, maturity, you know, they get what is necessary. Then Ahmad Ali goal in the 7 minutes and they never look back. And then you know, have to score 5 unanswered goals without a reply, clean sheets, which is really important. And note that it is important. It is really important to note that they played 4 games without conceding a single goal. The Gambian team has never conceded a goal up till now in the tournament. That's a great achievement. That's a good defensive work from the whole team. Well, Lalmesa overall assessment is Sindo's performance. I mean, in Egypt.
Ini more comme everybody in Nicaragua because so from from the first game. I think dollar be defense plan. Send dollar mu ngi nekk seen defense comme ni ko ñëwee first game bi soo ko bàyyee man first game bi laa gis ma ngi seen ñaari midfield players yooyu noonu that boy ñu nekkoon ci liga bi that number 6 and the other guy number 13 bi Awa Bayo they have a very good game and yo and still now they are playing very good. They are the one ñoom ñoo nekk di protect defense bu baax a baax te soo ko bàyyee first game ñu ne woon ne play bi nekkutoon di ak midfield ñoo nekkoon di play strikers yi they were not in the game for the first two games yi waaye tey bu gaa yi ñëwee ni nga gis ne tey moom strikers they have everything, they have chances, they have man lu Tiboy doon explain si kii nii si Kajali wax naa ko after first game bi am nañu noonu si ma leen Kajali moo doon gis muy play real ak Kajali moo gis mu play first game bi is totally different waaye tey di nga gis ne mu ngi jël opponent bi yow moom lu mun loolu la nekk di wone tey moom lu mun loo nekk mu ngi jël su mu score sax mu ngi yaa ngi ne mu ngi assist which is very good léegi right now fu nekk football yi dafa toll foo xam ne nii if you sooy play si win if you can score you have to assist every other game so score yow da nga war a try yow nga assist so going forward ñun fu mu nekk nii yow li nga war a def teams yëpp dañoo bàyyi xel man seetaan naa Nigeria against Senegal was the better team. Senegal will win, but still now it's Nigeria. Better Nigeria is Nigeria. ñun man si lu ma gis suy play ñoom physique la ñoom seen football bi yëpp physique la so te ñun suñ paree match gars si physique ñoom gars ñu ëpp doole because ñun suñ players yi nekkuñ players yu am doole so man li ma foog ñu continuer Lai is doing a very good job. And it's not only Lai. I think ne nekka ni wal nañ di bàyyi xel coach si Gambian coach yu nekk di coach Gambia because soo gisee team bi 80% bi yëpp Gambia la gars yi nekk di play te si ligue bi lañ jëlee gars yi ñëw play fii gars yi mën na dem ba final. It's high time ñuy bàyyi ñuy dimbali suñu coach si back home suñu leen dimbalee ñu nekk façon yi la ñu bëgg di am. Because Lai Bojang gis nañ Lai Bojang lan la def dem na win na under 20 bi waafu mu ñëw fii mu ngi dem semi final yow na yow si World Cup bi te Lai Gambia la nekk di coach so yow we miss ne yow we have to give them this kind of opportunities yow ñu dimbale gars yi ñu seet naka la ñoo def football yi mun naa dem si kanam rather than every time ñu try di jël somebody else man loolu la foog it's high time ñu jël suñu nit tamit dooleel leen jox leen luñ bugg a bàyyi gars yi ñoom ñu disaatal seen boppa ñuy bàyyi gars yi suñ la joxee team ñu bàyyi la yow nga amee team bi 100% yow at the end of the day yow loo mën a am dañoo xam ne Lai moo doon decide everything but mun noo jox Lai team ba pare nga bëgg ko dictate te loolu doo ko def foreign coach so yow suñu nit nañ ko jox 100% right ni ko yow yaay ñëw yaay def li anything loo bëgg ñu support la 100% su amutee result yow boobu amuñ dara lu ñoo wax boobu ne waa kii yow si kii la man daal yow loolu laa gis après nooy fu nekk ñu gën a try fu nekk ñoom xam nañ gis nañ def motivation la gaa yi gën a nit wax leen ne na gaa yi ñu am good motivation après wax leen ne this is not the end of tournament bi jeexagul fu nekk nii ma gis naa ne mun nañoo win tournament bi because ñu fa ngi wax ne Sénégal est favori ma seetaan naa Sénégal seen match yëpp seetaan naa especially démba they were struggling démba seen match bi gars yi struggle ñu gars play démba suñu amatee Sénégal xam naa ne mun nañoo win gars yi waaye ba ñu xalaat Sénégal dañoo xalaat Nigeria ñu win Nigeria njëkka suñu winee Nigeria rek man am naa xam ne dañoo yow mun nañoo win coupe bi moom no doubt Nigeria suñu winee gars yi dañoo win coupe bi.
All right, Assis, thank you. One day da nga am problem question pour T-Boy wala ma ko engage for the final time.
No, T-Boy, the other question, I'm Pulio. Kogulo, it's high time. Come like you apply. Again, talk at Federation be or the technical director. Like I think it's high time when I selection on staff. Team manager mom na Federation be. Nyom muna select lolu. Why I think is more better than selection on background staff or hamne. Again comfortable full job on.
Yeah.
So what do you take on
yeah,
that?
these are
Man, believe it. I think that they need departmental coaches. So I'm a goalkeeping coach. But now I'm defensive coach, midfielders coach, strikers coach. Anyway, you're the Malawalulu. Young Europe.
okay. First,
People
before
like T-Boy.
Balama.
I'm Habib Dugana the one you checks him on, which is very important. Yagan and Joy Lulu. Tuwapi amatun jaralu es new isi Africa. Lum ñu mëna jangal ñu es non dañoo ñëw collect suñu money bi dem ba pare suñu nit ñi su ñëwee leen fay ci kince sawe coach bi tam bala mëna liggéey ka jox ko mentally like mu feel comfortable. I think that yow yëpp war nañ ko consider so waxee na ñu pone yaa ngi criticize oh no but that's the fact.
Yeah, sorry.
So go on.
Okay. Yeah, no. These issues have been coming up always. I think I've cleared now a few months ago, but I'm actually Gambia. First was for what I believe is more of like a competence. So it doesn't mean T-boy right now. My under 23 coach, if I'm not fit for the job. Like I said before, if I wasn't approached to come and fill in, I will never apply for under 23 coach because of a federation approach on under 17. That's 4 years ago when I got my B license. Then I told them, I appealed to them that I wasn't ready because I still need to learn. So that's why even still now I'm learning. So I'm not ready yet for those responsibilities. But like I said, what I believe is more of a competence. It's not like okay, T-Boy is an ex-player at a Joko team. I wouldn't be fair to myself, so I don't believe in that. For technical staff, I had this several times. I can tell you for free, man. Bring me appointed. There is no member in my team who have the imposter. I selected all of them. Before the Ibufai called me, told me that okay, we want to give you this opportunity. I said okay, that's fine. So the first thing I did was like I just look around in Gambia. Coaches they are coaching in the league. So I know Boya, I play with him. Boya, I played with him. I know Chris, I know I play with him. I know Muna trust Gunonu because I play with them. So I think the next was like the two people came into my mind. That was like Brigham United coach and this coach from Lamin, from Falcons. So these two coaches. So my first approach was even Yaya, but Yaya told me that they gave them under 20 already. So I don't have an option. So I have to call to find out which other coaches they are in the league because then I was outside. So I feel that appointing the coach in Gambia, that will help me to scout players at the same time. I will scout players outside. So because Boya is coaching in the league, Nyasi is coaching in the league. So I called them personally, told them, okay, this is the appointment the tax they gave me. So I want you guys to help me in scouting force, Balamanyu. So then when I was there a few days after, I saw that Futi was in Gambia. I said, why not Futi also? Because Futi is somebody I know. He can help me. So the next approach was Futi. But what happened was, then I gave 3 names already. So then they told me that, okay, write a letter. We can approve it. So you just write a letter and we see about it, we approve it. I said, okay, no problem. I wrote this letter, send it to Futi. Are you satisfied with this letter before Marco 4? So, but then it was a time of politics. The time I was there, it was so chaotic. It's so crazy that time. So when I wrote this letter, I sent it to Futi. Futi saw it. I said, okay, that's not a problem. So then I told Futi that I will send it to these people. So it was like the same night I saw Futi's interview on TV, with Gum Food Transfer. So it was like, it came to me as a shock because I was trying to negotiate. Even I approached my technical staff was there because I didn't decide anything on my own. I was with all of them there. Even Ato was there. I spoke with Ato and Nagatuda, Morijan, to approach Sang and for the last time again. But I know because later it is time for it's political time. As soon apply, they can just reject it. So we think let's use the other route. Let's go and meet maybe Sang or Ibufai or somebody else. But Ibufai told me to write a letter, then they can sit over it, then they can decide it. I said, okay, no problem. So the situation came like that, but it's not like that. They all those technical staff man select. There's nobody and they selected for me. I can tell you that for free. The same thing for the players also. We the coaches like a Boyer selected players, and Nyasi selected players. Then I came to the ground, I saw a few players, then I selected them. Nobody all the players in my team, the technical staff, everybody is selected by us. Nobody else. So Footy case was because I know Footy very much. I know Footy can help me because I know his leadership skills. So for me, it would be very nice for him to be there. But it was like it came out of a blue that boom the interview. You know, as a coach also, you have to look at your environment. So it was like an unfortunate situation. But I selected my staff, so I can clear that for you. That doubt is okay. Even for Lai also, for the U20 also, Lai selected I. So that's not a problem. We selected our own. For me personally, I can talk about myself. There is nobody Muhammad impose it to me. It's only the because you have to if how football runs all over the world also. Like a team manager, I don't have a power for that. Like it's also you have to understand that in football also coaches they can apply you, they can appoint you, they bring their own team. Even international clubs, it happens there. So but I have the chance to select 3 of my staff. So it was Footy was the fourth one. So if they rejected Footy, what can I do? They said I wrote a letter. I wrote it. I sent it to Footy. He said it's okay. Then Footy did an interview. Then I was like, it was so difficult for me to approach them again because at the end of the day, Sang is my immediate boss. Because for me, since I started working, I don't work with because I don't know like Kaba is the president. It's not my. I'm not working directly to Kaba. I'm not working directly to Ibufai Lade General work because Ibufai is the head of the technical a technical team. So I work directly with Ibufai and Sang. So even Kaba, I've never seen Kaba. It's only the last day Bunjan travel. Up to today, I've not seen him because it's not directly. I'm not directly working with him. So I don't need to go to Kaba or Bakari or somebody else. I need to work with directly to Sang Monica, just run the Sang Monica work. So I have to respect those issues. So it's Ibufai and Sang I always work with. So that's the situation. The situation really was unfortunate, but I wished Footy can be in my team. And even I make a recommendation. One, even to bring club coaches, to national team. For me personally, I don't support it. So Malate, obviously, I don't support it. So what I believe in, okay, let the federation take a staff, permanent staff, they will work for the national team because it will not have a conflict of interest. Because, for instance, I can see, okay, for instance, a coach from a divisional coach, independent coach from a divisional coach. Me, I'm a neutral person. So they will have so long as a team, they work. They will just have they will have like a sense of biasness to their players. So what I believe we have to have a permanent staff at the national team level. What those we need to work on that because I know it's maybe basically financial problem. It can be cause of that. But so in their players, other coaches from other environment, it can bring conflict of interest because one thing I can say I was surprised with even some of my technical staff. Bunjan select players, they don't put in their players in. Like I will take an example for Boya. Even the fullback from Banyu United, what is the name again? Dubois. I was shocked. I was looking for left back. Mangdon Hall a right back, but Boya didn't put selected Nakaltuda. Dubois a team man. But I have to think about the under 20, last under 20, So I saw that Dubois was part of that under 20. So then I said to Boy, how is it possible that you didn't select? But he was so honest that he didn't put it there. Maybe it's his own choice. Maybe he's thinking the Suma player, one more for therefore. Look at that. We should have, if that case, we will just lose a good player. So, yeah. So what I believe in it should be like a permanent starting and they should focus on only national team duties. Like, for instance, when I get a permanent job with the national team, I was working here as a coach, developmental coach, everything. I stopped everything now permanently. I'm just focusing on only national team, Axuma studies. So because so we ball 2 jobs or 3 jobs at the same time, they find the conflict. So for me, that's how I take it. So it was nobody was selected. The other thing I want to talk about was Lou by that was talking about the psychology part. One thing, yes, in modern football now, like for instance in Finland here, as a coach, you are trained to do all those things. So all of the syllabus, if you are doing the coaching badges, you have to have a psychologist and negative. Now they just apply science, you do like a self-developmental course and all those things. So as a cultural also, cross-cultural also, you have to learn all those details because coaches in now modern football, you have to know the psycho part because developmental. Niti then you think the foot develop players only training. No, it's more than that. You have the mental part, you have the physical part, you have the psychosocial part. It's very broad. So it's not only about training Jena. So as a coach, you have to have those all those qualities to do all those things. They teach you all those details. So it's not like modern day coaches. You learn all those things. It's not a problem at all.
Yeah, well,
But
thank you so much for
team,
clearing the air for the interest of the public.
Yeah, that's
So
fine.
man,
That's
you
fine.
see, matuga po because see boy, an ma time bo hamne man la sang alaji sal, pa sang bap menga, pa fay ak alaji sila. Full time la one. Bima ware dem to Real de Banjul as head coach. Now we resign from the national team. So Lingawa is absolutely right. Thank you anyway for clearing the air and for the interest of the public.
Yeah, that's true. That's okay.
T-Boy, we did talk about I was gonna come to this referencing on video technology in to better prepare the team. In games, we talked about psychology. Those are different components in the game in modern football that you needed to have in a team to equip the coach to make a better decision, a better understanding of your opponent. How important, and I doubt we don't have it in this team. I don't think we have a video technician who is going to like a video
analysis.
Analyze our opponents and try to put clips, for the different coaches, to build on, to look at their opponent, just to better prepare the team. How important is this area in modern football, and what impact can this bring to this under 20?
Yeah, that part I make a recommendation about that even with the national team. More the final report, I make a recommendation because there are honestly always then they claim that we need our people own citizen individual positions, but there are certain qualifications we lack that expertise in Gambia. That is one like let's say how do you say this physical trainers like performance coach. This we lack it in Gambia. Performance coaches and the video analysis because even here with my club modern train in games we have a video analysis. For instance, the game will be playing even. I'm receiving clips of what is happening in the pitch. So I can do editing, I can do other things, but that part also video analysis. There are expertise on those people. They know most expertise. They work on that especially. So it's not that I can do editing, I can do analysis on videos and all those things. But during the game also, in here we have an expert. The game will be playing. I will ask them, for instance, I'm chance against us that they delay like a 15 seconds late. So he can just show it to me in the bank that okay, incident will happen right now. I will see it during the game directly. And at halftime also, some of them in the dressing room, I will find the report on everything that happened, incident like Nakala Billy, Nakala chances. What happened in the game, I will have the feedback on the video analysis on the video screen in the game. So modern football, video analysis is taking a lot of you see everything, what is happening in the game, it's coming live. So if you can pay attention in modern football benches in they have a small tap or something like that. Video analysis. The game is running, you are seeing everything that is happening. Even one thing happens in a minute, you are seeing it. So you rectify things, even Balang Adam after the game, in the dressing room, you will see whatever happened. So those are details we like it. So not everybody, a trained team like a physical trainer is I'm not stuff. No, we have to be honest on that. performance coaches are from different levels. Those we cannot expose our players because especially national team is the highest level. Players they are coming from all over the place. So as a performance coach, they will analyze everything, the player muscle. They can advise coaches in okay, player B, boom train to train muna am injury. You have to know the stuff. So it's more of like a scientific thing. So not everybody knows how those things are work. I'm lucky to know one person as a Gambian, which I'm impressed. I'm still chatting with him, like Simon Baji. That is the field of Simon. So you see, we have a one Gambian that is his field. He's working at Monster in the Syria. So I'm even making connection with him. Maybe one day I will try to pursue maybe federation. We try to visit him. Maybe it's possible to bring it to Gambia. We train coaches, physical trainers, because to train to warm like I have that certificate. I'm a PE. I have a PE certificate, but that doesn't mean I'm a performance coach. We have to be clear. That have to be clear. A performance coach is different. It's like you have to give every details of the player background, injury, health, and be mental, and be everything structure. Be update play coach. Okay, let's say for instance, as a staff played from his team, from club like a club team, Mungenyo national team. The performance coach will give the highlights of assist lifting and details injury lifting and behave. The coach will pay attention of the player so that he will not be injured or not a one time or train or one time or train. So it's a very scientific. So not everybody know that stuff. So those are a few details in Gambia. We lack that expertise in Gambia. We have to be honest on that. That is the video analysis and the performance. So if at all we have them, they have to come up because that's we need to help our people on those things. So if again somebody knows somebody who is a performance coach with an expertise, so for sure we need to come back and help our people, train them how to do those things. But it's like I said, it's more scientific. It's very, very difficult. It's not like I'm a fitness coach by what it doesn't work like that. We have to be honest on that. We have to be honest on that.
Fantastic.
I think T-Boy has give us a clue about Simon Baji, who is a performance coach and at a higher level in Monza in the Italian Serie A.
Yeah.
It's a news to a lot of people.
Yep.
If you have those kind of people
he's a good guy.
Put on the Gambian national jersey and as he's playing as Simon, and then I think it's important for the authorities to acknowledge this kind of people. You understand, and they need. You see, the way we put our players on our radars, try to follow all their performances, their development in different areas. I think it's important for us to have a technical department who's going to keep track with Gambian coaches and things that they are doing in the different areas. That is going to make things much more easier. But T-Boy, it was a pleasure having you. Thank you very much for having you for 1 hour 20 minutes.
Boy, sir.
And then
T-Boy, T-Boy, kan wala amad game on 23.
Yeah, honestly, that is something I'm missing now because I miss coaching because I'm somebody who was coaching like more than coach when I was coaching. Yeah, I coach in a week maybe four let's say 4 times in a week with different team 4 times in a week. Like I do maybe 15 trainings in a week. Right now I'm sitting like I'm not having any trainings. So honestly, with under 23, I have a program which is there. So normally I make a year plan whereby for instance, every international break to even have a training with the players at home. But there's no international games coming because there's no games coming. So honestly, more national team coach role, like I become lazy because I'm not having that what I love to do more because the academy with the coaching, I've been doing coaching like every day. I under 16, I have 4 trainings in a week. Under 20, I have like 4 trainings in a week. With the academy, I have 2 trainings Saturdays. With the pro team, I am working like every Tuesday, Wednesday, 7 o'clock. So I was working like 18 trainings or 20 trainings in a week. So right now, I'm not having those works. So I'm becoming so lazy. But national team, honestly, we don't have any games coming up. There is no competitive game, but there is a program, there is a year plan, and I hope because normally I have to have this pro license. I have to bring in my instructor to come and assess me on training. So, and that has to be a live game. So the plan has to be, I have to have a game. So that we are looking, I'm looking at with the federation. We're trying to fix which period is better. So even Damanyo Gambia, so there is no international game, so we can fix a training camp whereby we have a game. Lai helped me with that. Under 20 helped me in January when I was in Gambia. I did that training with them. That is the training part. But I have to code four. I have to have a game within of 4 games. So what now? I'm 4 international games. So that I'm relying on the national team. So if I don't have that, then which means my my coaching course will be on the will be in vain, because if I don't have those 4 games, I will not.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Lol motasa.
But
Lol motasa. Lol motasa.
I want to come in there.
Lol motasa. More than gonna like. Because I'm not there for games before you have to get that. But let's hope for the best, guy. Should we get a test game, sir? Even if they can organize test game training camps, that the number.
Si program bi normally si program bi May and target May. I've targeted May, but now on the 20th qualify. So that will be I have to discuss with Sang again or the authorities. But like we prepared on the schedule, I have to come like a June. What I planned was to come for 1 month scouting, because I have to look for new players, because the CAF regulation is very stupid. Because if you look at this under 20, there are under 20 players in the next under 20 they are not qualified. CAF, how they are doing their regulation is very, very stupid. Because there are 20 years, I don't want to play under 23. So which means we are using only 20 players for the under 23. So when I don't prepare team, that gave me a lot of problems. Because I scouted players like they are 20, 21 years, they all cannot play. So I have to select a new team again. So that's a big problem again. So that's why I don't want them Gambia in June. Do scouting for 1 month.
But there are a lot of players with this Gambian origin.
Yeah.
They are in this Scandinavia. Scandinavia, there are a lot of them here. I'm not right now. They always talk about Gambia. I'm going to Gambia. They play. They go to they know, and they are with pass. They know Gambia. So from there, I think it's high time guy organize a test game. Let's hope for the best.
Yeah, that's true. But I have their file, because I have like 60 active players, especially Scandinavia. I have almost 33 players.
No, I just wanted to ask T-Boy, the fact that he has a he has a contract with our authorities. So Lulu of course stop from having any other job, in Finland or somewhere in Europe.
Yeah, personally, what I did, because personally, I want to have a break, because like 5 years I've been learning continuously.
Wow.
I don't learn like this jail study, different, because I started B license. I started B license. My daughter jail yenen courses outside, because I have almost maybe 15 different certificates. They are different from this. Even when I was coming for under 23, I was doing my elite course. The one of elite course, pro license was an accident for me, because elite course I don't have. So when they approached me, I have to stop the elite course, because I was going away for 3 months. So I have to stop the elite course, lose the money. So I was thinking, okay, I have to let go the elite course, my new Gambia, terminate my contract with my club here. So I went back to Gambia. So when I came, I applied for pro license. So maybe just not for a chance, maybe because I was coaching for the under 23, that gave me the room to be in the pro license. Nikon, if I'm coaching the youth teams, I will never have a room for NECA under pro license, because you have to be coaching either the first top team, or you have to be coaching national team. If not, you cannot have a place in the pro license. So it's not like UEFA decided. You just apply, federation be send it to UEFA. So we are only touching. We are doing pro license all over Finland here.
Fantastic. Apart from Simon Baji, do you know any other Gambian Kohamne is doing something very similar to what you are doing.
Nala dog for Dinala dog Abib Nala dog for Nodu. Munulo exhaust lima wara wati boy next week. Because those are areas, even, you know, Simon's issue come into play.
Okay, ceasefire.
It's good for us to
ceasefire,
acknowledge that.
ceasefire.
And the next T-boy, we will come next week.
T-boy, one of the
things,
exhaust. So
one of the things that happens if you go to these coaching courses, at the beginning of every coach, they will ask you to be doing networking with the fellow coaches. You know, and then that builds ways, you know, on things that are going to happen for the future.
Anyway, the fact that we're gonna have T-boy again, so we have to just have some of our questions.
But no,
well, I think it has been a very good program. You know, well detailed, link analyze. Yep. It's on point. The feedback order the people are happy. You know, you are very, 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 very precise selling our work because you know what you are talking about. So that's what we want in our platform. Come, in there, we have to allow you to express yourself and explain because you're learning new book idea. So when I tell you, then a back seat, you know, get a and then most importantly, the fact that we're gonna have you again in a more
wow.
Yeah.
You know, okay, Sana, come back. Sana,
huh?
Yeah, it's like something happened. I don't know, can more jumps in network be, but everything goes off.
Yeah, why we are okay, no controversy, it's all about education. Mom can what in your jam
No, I know that's what I'm saying.
There is one thing I always talk about that. Football never passes from Negani for how many you know need to explain is everything low. They know them can like them. They know what they are doing about all this video analysis, physio correct, law how many I know how many but especially this video analysis. These are for important right now in this day and age because players usually this not even like Manchester United right now. So we see guy they have a very good striking coach. We Makati Rashford somebody else. Can you but ñun duñ gis dara moo nekk nga xam ne nii coach bi la kii nii tubaab bi wax na ko léegi sax because loolu sax jarul ñu ko wax because Gambie ñëpp a seetaan football everybody ñëpp a seetaan Premier League ñëpp a seetaan nekk dang léegi gis action dafa am rek coach bi dafa daw rek dem si boori vidéo rek gaa ngi xool action bi passé léegi nii so loolu nekkul loo xam ne nii dafa nekkul benn rocket science it's very simple loo xam ne nii dafa war a am amul du under 17 du under 20 du under 11 Gambia nga like player video lu laa wax ne ban video amul video amul anything I don't know but fu nekk nii masi T-boy bi nu fa gaay nekkee nii T-boy knows ne lii is important T-boy da ko wax gaay ñu taraay yu seet naka la ñoo def ñu mun ko ñu mun ko provide last time bi nekkul dara gis naa Real benn time gaa ngi play bu gaay trainer pare ma gis seen amoon noonu tubaab la gaay amee tubaab bi yow gaay si bi dress room bi teg yow mu ngi taal yow mu taal laptop bi tey vidéo bi mu ngi analyse xam naa boobu players su bëri gaay dañoo surprise because boobu nekk first time ñu ngi gis ko analyse yow ko lifin ci vidéo because man maa ngi fàttaliku ci booy mu ngi nii pot yow mu ñëwee am na xaw ma ak ñan la mu ngi vidéo mu ngi ñëw mu ngi woon clip dañu woon ay clip but man si lu ma bàyyi xel am na ñoo xam ne nii moo nekk seen first time ñu gis ñu ngi leen explainal ay clips yow yoo xam ne yow ñu ngi ko dog te time boobu noonu sax nekkutoon ne dafa nekk professionnel comme right now naka la vidéo analyse mel ak yow analyse mel yow ak before it was dang de dog clip dog ñoo boole ko lifin but right now Right now, it's totally different. You know, then you want to baba. Those kind
Sorry,
of.
I said Doguma, just now one of PSG. Do you remember PSV? I was amazed. No, football.
Muslo football, sir.
PSV, I was with them. Their video analysis, those people are from different levels. So you can see those are important because you learn things every day. I was there for 1 week, but 5 days, but what I've seen there is from different levels. So other thing I would want to say, Balama, the more players we need to get our players as much as possible. Because I was so annoyed I stopped the scouting role. I think we need to help our players also because there are good agents around town. I cannot name them. We need to assist our players as much as possible.
T-Boy, you getting into my next order. You're also getting into my next order.
I get a lot of disappointment. So much so that because I believe at this I'm doing scouting job. My Ugandan players, but instead I'm taking Ghanaians, Ugandan players, and Burundi players. So I said, okay, what am I doing here? So let me just focus on the coaching because 90% of the players I know for sure. Even with this under 20, they all have they signed contract with agents. Right now, I'm just talking some agents in Malak, certain players, but I told them all those players they have a contract with other agents, so it's very difficult. Players need to understand now. Yeah, they need to be very well contract issues. They need to be very happy.
Anyway,
all right, T-Boy, that's gonna be something we're gonna talk about next week, inshallah.
Sana,
we're gonna have to.
Sana, I think that new cow be next program because T-Boy from you do a contract you a clubs is send dealing. That's Sunjay player you protect player. So you next time, huh?
Wow. T-Boy.
Okay, no problem. Thank you very much.
So no problem. We have a whole lot of things to discuss with him regarding his personal coaching journey, and then also his scouting journey, and so a lot of things. Man, ligay na mom, and we were on something, mom hamna manamna, and then I know how difficult it is. Put the resources, time, energy, everything on something, and then the clubs are not this year. But it was great to have you here, T-Boy, and hopefully, inshallah, next week Friday you should be on board.
T-Boy, this was one of the reasons I was crying for him to come. Sana, I've been telling you, the guy needs to come because football has moved to a different level. We need modern day coaches or modern day trainers who knew what's happening. So Limota, I was telling you, the guy has to come. So finally, so we expect to have platform then get attack. But this year, then decide then come the Gambia, nobody having nobody football. So people like T-Boy, Nyom Idi, Wombadembo, and all those people, they have to come on this platform.
Why
they are made by Male. So we just
Lena more happen. Lena more happen to me.
T-Boy, thank you so much, white T-Boy.
All right, thanks.
God bless you. God bless you.
Lena never happen. Everybody, nekune, Lena nekune yo so nekune danga place national team direct. Danga wala coach or danga wala coach Gambia. Lead is something long and you have no dapat mujanga ko mubuga ko mudef. No lengo la job. But nekune ye ki he's an ex-player. Gambia fine. Gambia they no respect. It's good.
No,
but if you don't have the knowledge, please stay back. Not talk. Not yo support. But yo I'm not knowledge be. But yo don't play Gambia right.
Definitely.
So they make Gambia. Definitely. comme nu nekkute yi fi naxate yow amuloo team ñu la pick national team yi loolu la neexaatu naxate loolu yëpp amatul loolu is pass and gone léegi li is not dëgg la di man Aziz man ma toog fii rek Sweden maa la play Sweden moo toog ne maa play Sweden rek na damaa dem Gambia sama fa nekk rek damaa dem Gambia nekkal national team coach soo demee foofu la nga fa wax ak
that's not how it works.
Yeah, yow loolu mu tam boy ne carrément ne dëgg fu nekk is high time ñun man laa bëgg a wax man loo xam ne dama ko dee ñaan loo xam ne achieve wuñ ko ñun tam boo xam ne tam bu yow play reyante Gambia yëpp fu nekk su ko Gambia mu ne achieve su ko man bu Gambia demee AFCON I was very happy ñëpp dañ kontaan noonu because of ñun bu taa ne ba tey mënuñoo dem so su fa gay demee damaa kontaan man su ma gisee T-Boy mu ngi coach Gambia national team bi am 100% damaa kontaan mais kenn du ma gën a kontaan because damaa ne T-Boy play nañ ci national team bi for so long and he knows dem na jàng na ko xam na so it's cool bu nekkoon ne Aziz play na fii rek Aziz dafa la ñëw coach Gambia na Aziz bu la nekk coach
sorry Sana. I think sorry 1 minute Balamadem. I think what Aziz is saying also that's important to us because back home in Gambia, some guys we believe too much on people in the danger abroad. And sometimes it's very good because sometimes when they talk Gambia, they get somebody on TV or on radio talking about football or something. Sometimes a lot of confusion in our football is made by ourselves because the internet a platform is talking about football, so he don't know about most soccer regulars that they have the he don't have a clue about it. So it's also good to know what kind of football with them. If we don't know something about anything, we don't try to make an impression that we are talking about it, I think. So because even up to the federation level, maybe sometimes they take a bad advices from somebody whom they think he knows something, whereas he don't knows it. So we have that issues going around in the teams. Even so look at structures with the academies and all those things. So there are a lot of things that we need to fix. But we are not exploiting our great peoples. Because for instance, I've been going to Uganda every time they want you. Can nobody just approach me? Okay, can you come and assist me? Every time what they ask you is like, can you come and do training for me? I told them no, I don't go to your training ground because as a coach, man, see real ground conduct and training. Did I know the philosophy of real? What they are doing, what they are trying to do on that day. So if I told you invited me to come and watch your training, advise that longer def good or what you didn't do good, then I give a feedback on that. That will help you then rather than one day on training like do training for me. You're not going to learn anything. So those are 4 things our guys also need to learn. So for instance, like I said, I have a coaching certificate. The coach coaches it. So I come to your training ground. Okay, I'm going to do training today. Can you look what I'm doing today? First, I can tell you this for free. I've had this conversation with many coaches. What our coaches are lacking. Now our coaches, what's your training plan? Weekly plans are plus might be plus 1, plus 2, plus 3. They don't know the periodization. So like then, what are you working on today? What are your game stages? Like for instance, if you are coming to training ground, you create a training program. You are working on something. Maybe it's a game tactic. So let's say your game model or your game stages. What are you developing? They don't know it. So those are the details. As a coach, you need to know those things first. But def anything on training. We just come to training ground, like whatever, you put everything on train. We don't know what exactly we are doing. Those who are interacted it, I cannot say it for everybody. So, but those details, we need to learn them, you understand, I think that is important as well. So, but Sana, you do it right there. Thank you very much. I think you have Sana here. Man, Sana is my boss. I shouldn't come here. Sana, more what I tell you.
No, T-Boy.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Another time.
T-Boy.
God bless you.
All right, good night then.
T-Boy.
T-Boy,
speak to you soon.
Okay, thank you very much, T-Boy. And
you cannot, Sana, you cannot finish the goat. Are you crazy?
No, I'm coming. Hey. You see, bye, Male. Bye.
You want to finish the goat?
Encouraging to see people like T-Boy Akioi. And you have Gambians that are aspiring and moving towards a higher level in the game.
Because one of our biggest handicap maybe duñ ko dee buga accept right? Why we have always been handicapped with talent of people with knowledge. We have people with the raw talent and all these exposure, few of us at Yoy. But to have Gambians to work at the highest level in the world, dafa jafe woon, especially in sports. So ñun as ñoo xam ne Makati Square lañ daan dawee lañ daan tobe ak yooyu, at the age of 17 or amaguñ 18 sax ñu dem World University Games, understand nga di compete ñoo xam ne they were world record holders. nga xam that disparity and disadvantage that you have. Understand nga? As a nation, as a person, and as everything. So it's always for someone like me to see Gambians like T-Boy, they aspire, they improve themselves at Yoyu to the highest level global. Is always something, a pleasure and encouraging. So I think it is important we encourage him and encourage the more Gambians that are aspiring to be top class coaches or pro licensed coaches. And we need to get them to get engaged with the game in the country. If we are to try to sustain, because we've gone a long way. And maybe some of you are young, don't appreciate. Okay? But people like me, man, Palama play Gambia, I was involved with people on the national team. And then man, I played for Gambia at 16. I them school, did them Yundum College, Funyo Camp. I saw our training and I saw, when we go to places, them play Ghana, them live in Nyonyongi, everything correct. Nyungi Nurolu Americans, he was ragtag army. And we gave them a tough time. We fought, we hunger. So to come now and see Gambia getting to this is a pleasure for Tundaku. And if we see anybody Gambian aspiring or Gambia making it to this level, we need to continue to encourage. Because we don't have the resources. Understand? The resources that Senegal has, we don't have it. We're a poor country. We're a small country. 2 million need. Senegal, 17 million. Nigeria, 200 million. We want to play in semi-final. And we are hoping to beat them. Lolu Sumaraka, we need to just clap for Gambia. We need to clap ourselves and say that we've come a long way. We've gone to the African Cup of Nations. We've gone to the quarterfinals. We are the smallest nation in Africa. And we are hitting these heights. So, encourage doesn't mean that they are empty. We need to aspire to get to the top, irrespective of who we are or what our size is. Or nakala ñun dañ nan dem play ji gaay ñu gisé né xam nga petit Gambi ñu ñoo xolé ñoo xamné ñun we are nothing. And I think, like I said, I felt good today seeing Gambia going to the World Cup, the highest level of football at a category. Hey man, come on. It's a big pleasure. Nañ tackle suñ bopa, nañ gërëm suñ bopa, but there is more work to do. Because look at our métier moy nga aga ci kaw. And we are getting there. Yeah. Let us support each other and let us aspire to get there. And Mercy T-Boy, we encourage. Because I have been listening to him. He's talking about what he's doing, what he's trying to do. I think that's the right way to go. So Mandola, we want to contribute to the Watan, and thank you for having me. Dama am gan bu ma seeti, so I have few minutes.
Now your last question. The past couple of years, you want to get football coaching industry, and then you've come against some young coaches. You know how many good coaches league be. What do you think?
Hold on.
But in the past couple of years, you want to coaching industry in the Gambia.
Wow.
And you have a lot of young coaches in the country. What do you think that the coaches in the country needs in terms of motivation for us to take that big step forward in our coaching career? Because tactically, we've been seeing them doing a great job in areas, but we would also agree that we have a lot of deficits. You as a legend, you as an experienced coach, what do you think Gambian coaches need right now to excel, to move to the next level?
My experience and exposure, Moine, there is quite some few Gambians aspiring to be coaches. And the association is running coaching courses and programs. Why it is not structured? What I mean, it is not structured. There are a lot of people, they are going through the process, them I'm licensed, and they don't work, they don't have a job. Why association, they want a program and a plan. I'm on the development and technical committee of the association. And this is something I'm going to push for. Ne kun coach rek dañ la wara amal liggéey amon jere ñu train la because resources la pour train ñu train coaches and then ñu dem talk duñ def dara bon amuton jere ñu train la. We have to have programs where do fekkee ne yow dañ la train to this level da nga wara aga to this level da nga wara engage da nga wara involve da nga wara contribute amon jere nga spend resources and then the resources are wasted. And we do that a lot in Africa. Du Gambia rek, we do it a lot in Africa. Dañoo def nit ñi ñu train leen amuñ liggéey amuñ li du yàggee ñu discourage, they're not involved or engaged anymore, and then it's wasted. We don't have the resources to waste. So loolooy suma tontu. For Gambia, there is a lot of aspiring young people. There is a lot of money in football now. Everybody is hoping that they can make it through. Let us build a base for Hamne. We engage people, we develop them, and then we can develop the game. Because Spain, Portugal, they are doing it. You have professional coaches at every level. Danga dem this academy. Bena coach, henya amna D license or C license. Mom kena at 60 halal. Henya bet 1 or 2 need ñu ko dimbale sax amuñ baaj amuñ dara. And then 60 need bena need mënuloo leen a dimbale mënuloo leen a develop. The standard globally is like about 8 players you need to a coach. But you get trained coaches and they're not doing anything. So we need to look back on it and have a program and a plan. Now you're trained, then you're trained to this level. Why then you get engaged at this level? And Luma, what do they make it regional coaches? Region Buneka being a coach. And you have region Buneka maybe 100,000 kids. How do you develop those kids? And then a lot of them, you waste them. Because you have a lot of talent. Why amun couldn't develop, amun couldn't encourage? We are small, so what are you wasting resources? We need to maximize everything we have. And like I said, to sustain where we are going or where we want to go and where we are at right now, we have to have a plan. We cannot develop without a plan and programs.
Plan.
So that's what I would add our answer to your question.
That's the key thing.
There was a day.
Next time I'll have more time. I'll make up more time. Yeah.
You remember there was a day you Basori. Yeah, we were having a chat on the way coming from Basori. I want some plans for the coaches. I don't know if you remember. You were trying to have some sort of a clinic your hand and call some of these young coaches because I'm your buy on hell.
Wow.
Some of these young coaches, the way they conduct themselves during games and stuff, they need to be together. I remember you were having those plans in mind.
Well, like I said, I have been invited in the association, and I hope I can push for some of these things and try to help draw out programs and plans. We can have an impact in developing the game, because that's what my interest is: how to develop football in Gambia and develop Gambians in the process. Because football and sports can be, an avenue. Do feke amulo resources you bury, because football is about physical and mental and psychological living. If you can develop those and develop them, you can compete at every level and any level. And with our size, then it doesn't matter. Nigeria 200 million, ñun 2 million, dañ leen a téye dóor leen. Dóor yu métti lañ leen a dóor. Te dara du ci génn, kon duñu stop. And that should be our attitude. And we can only do it the fact that we have the confidence bu doon wax. Confidence boobu nag lu ko develop mooy nga am skill, nga am knowledge. When you have that, you have confidence in yourself. Then do am psychological doubt on yourself. The whole Nigeria 200 million la. Do ko xalaat. Because you know that you are capable. Because you have knowledge and you have skill. So we need to develop our knowledge base, we need to develop our skill base. Knowledge, skill, nga am opportunity. That's how you get luck. And we can do it. That's my last with you guys. Thanks.
Thanks for having me. Okay, bye. Bye.
Wara, thank you. Au revoir.
The greatest. Lena la buga wasana. The problem ñun problème bu ñu am moo nekk ñun duñ leen nangoo jànga lii mooy suñ problème duñ leen nangoo jànga dañ dee am fenn rek am fa lan moo nekk ndey bàyyi suñ nit yi dëgg la Sénégal suñ libraries anything su di kon dañ war a tege loolu boor ñun suñ gars yi ay jeunes dañ war a dem Sénégal gars yi jànga fa naka la Sénégal doxalee ba egg ci fu ñu egg si because Sénégal ñun ñoo leen am na leen temps xam demoon nañ ba di leen raw waaye Sénégal dañ delluwaat gannaaw gars yi gisaat defaraat seen boppa xam ne lii mënut a dem ñu defaraat seen boppa di def nekk la waaye ñun problème yu ndaw yi ñu
Assis dogguma la sax Guinea-Bissau once came to the Gambia to learn to look at structures in the country, and the federation put it on their website. It was a news. They came in for a study trip to see how Gambian football is run, which is okay. It is. I think we just need to put the right people in the right place. You understand, Lena. I'm ego si ñun. Yo, so supported. If you disagree with as is known like our Hesa, or more disagree with one enemy one the law. There is nobody here who is the enemy to Gambian football. Never. Football in the most difficult conditions. 4 years ago, I was coaching in the country. My young Gambia, I was suffering, just like the way they're suffering now.
At least could you imagine? Could national teams? I'm not allowed to see them.
Could you imagine? 7 years now, I'm CAF license to sustain that license. You need to be able to have refresher courses at least every 2 years. 7 years. There is no A license in the country, no refresher courses for the B license, and you have to talk the brag, maybe have CAF B license holders. You get nothing, Bopa. Football is a continuous process. You get evolve every day, every single day. You get evolve. If you start doing these courses, it's like one sentence. Not develop. We end up being a full book. So that's the assessment. A lot of things will come into play. Then you are like basic things you develop. You will write an essay about the thing, about a particular topic. So it is important for us to understand that in as much as we things are moving a little bit slowly, but we need to help the coaches also the empowers and bopper.
ñoom lay bojang fu nekk nii dañ leen war a dimbale yóbbu leen course dañ leen war a dimbale yóbbu leen ay attachment ay 3 months dañ leen war a dimbale fu nekk it's high time ñu dimbale leen gis nañ ne mun nañ dara dañ leen dimbale waaye bo ñun suñ nit yi dañ over soxor dañ ne over néew ñun our people they are very wicked.
Azanga man lu ma de emphasize mooy dimbale Gambian coach it's not just nga jox ko muy coach youth level loolu is just one aspect of it. Football bi léegi dafa mel ni science. It's moving on a it's moving. Football bi léegi so léegi yow soo bëggee Gambian si mun a dal am yaakaar suñu coach yi GFF ak
Ministry of Sports am nañ si wàlla bu mag boo xam ne because like ni nga ko waxee Matar Mbodj ñëw na you know Matar Mbodj ñëw na mu am lu ñu woon ñëw na as a Gambian coach winaat yaa ma understand so lii dafa leer ne Gambian si they can do it by themselves they got the know-how to do it it's just about nga create a very good environment boo xam ne ñoom they could work in peace ba pare man dama dee emphasize always financially nit pour mu liggéey ak fu réew mi toll da nga ko war a fay bu baax because da nga am jabar am njaboot so waaw soo fay lu yaa sax soo nekkee borom kër seen kër cash power dépasse loolu nag football neex na coach neex na waaye pour nga coach bu correct sa xel dal it's also important ñu laa fay handsomely so bàyyi xel Gambia man it's new to me ne T-Boy li mu wax tey is news to me ne he had a long time contract with JFF because gisuñ ko fen fi ñu ko bind so lii is a breaking news pour man pour man te it's very very no te lu ma si jaaxal mooy this guy has been doing coaching with a lot of teams and academies now he has to step back mu mun a focus with the under 23 te under 23 bi ñu ñëpp xam nañ ne si yu xamante dëgg seen activities bariwul so they have to make sure ñu jox T-Boy all what he needed in terms of international test matches mu mun a T-Boy mun a engage boppam because coaching moom football is life loolu la xam so suñu gars yi nag waruñ ko disappoint dañ ko war a guide lu mu bëgg mu am ko
Habib
no waaye Habib bul laay Bojang bi exemple
gis nga
no ma laay T-Boy la
ma Assis ba ma dugal si li ngeen doon dugal li sana doon explain gis nga Angleterre fi UEFA bi licence
aja ku ñëw
gis nga UEFA bi licence bi every 5 years can ko renew so it's high time Gambia borom bi licence ñu am refreshment every 5 years be license ajal before mo am a license am bi bosam daf ko renew so you at least one nañ ko consider tamit the other thing moom mooy boy comme li Baye doon explain laa ñëw talent bi nekk Gambia boy ba passé all the way ay makati yooyu yëpp am good players those days time you'd weak no team so you pull the leen do de easy suñu winu sax di nga xam ne ñii dëgga am nañ fi good players ba pare the other thing mooy lu tax ñun suñu local coaches yi duñ leen dee allocate moto why dañ war di seetaani matches yi from different corners I don't get that one both Alaji Sarr lay T-Boy dañ leen war a allocate moto suñu ñëwee ñu mën a seetaani dem defaale seen scouting so foofu laa doon duga rek sana pour ma yokka si li nga doon explain about the license
Uncle wa yow li T-Boy doon explain ben ko ne xam nga man maa ngi fa woon time boobu noonu ay boy 99 2000 ñun bu ñoo play on 17 bi ba nga xam ne yow la woon sang Alaaji Sarr Pa Fay Sakho ndem si yàlla si ak yow ak Pasama yéen fa nekkoon ñi nekk si on 20 ñi nekk on 17 waaye su dee am defin nga gis ne ñëpp day ñëw jàppalante Gambia fu mu nekk nii ay is high time fanaa gars yi amaat same thing ñoo xam ne dañ leen employé ko ji si nekk Gambia ñu employé gars yi di leen fay
full time
nekk seen liggéey rather than su la gars yi buggee tey su daa amee match next week ñu ole ngeen ñëw ba su match bi jeexee ñu bàyyi leen ngeen dem seen yoon lu fi T-Boy wax is very true because of kenn xamul because man su ma nekkee Ports su ma fekkee ne man nekkuma ko honest obviously su ma T-Boy na Sénégal ma mun naa dem select ay 10 players yoo xam ne Ports la lay jógee waaye su fekkee ne nekkuloo si benn team effet ba la jël ñu employé la di la fay billahi wala tala yow liggéey effet bi rek ngay def waaye doo xalaat pour liggéeyal effet bi.
Aziz arama rectify la boobu Habib league is an offense. Aziz waxul Real muy wax Ports.
No, yo Ports team bu dee boobu noonu. No, uncle.
All right.
Uncle Ba, gis nga Sana gis nga Sénégal waxuma ne duñu amati foreign coach de waaye du gaaw de gis nga kii nii Aliou Cissé bi suy génn Pape Thiaw bi nekk sax 23 bi moom la gars yi jël def ko seen national team coach bi maa leen ko wax bés ni ki tey Aliou Cissé suy génn
yeah, because we can prepare.
tey fu mu nekk Aliou Cissé Aliou Sénégal dañ bëgg seen bopp fu mu nekk Aliou Cissé mu ngi nii gars yi ngi teg ban bi teg fa xeer ñu ne lan moo tax yow mu dem buutal Mbappé ak Hakimi def Salimane yow numéro 3 kon su ma dul right now sax yow mun naa ñàkk a jobam bi Sénégal ku nekk a ngee wax ne lan moo tax
waaye da nga fàtte Aliou Cissé
Gambia
ci olympique team bi la jógee fala njëkkee da nga fàtte man tam moo yóbbuwoon ka olympique da nga remember
Aziz
ñoom Sadio Mané ñoom Konaté ñoom ñëpp
Aziz Sénégal they have a media gis nga Sénégal
ay Gomis
power to the people Sénégal su gaay bëggee effect change dëkk bi ñoo ko dee effect unlike Gambia su ñi nga xam ne ñoo dee wax Aziz Sénégal Gambia how many spotlight nga dem moo xam FM la o TV boo xam ne dañoo toog ñuy discuss our sports critically ñuy mention li nga xam ne mooy di main doo ko dégga
su ma waxee sax dama la bëgg a mel xam nga
non mister boy Aziz Gambia kabudu mu ko yaa Gambia
Tiboy yaa fi wale na lu gën a te Tiboy la ka wax dégga Gambia yaa dee toog golo gong bu nekk ñu jox la plateforme ñoo nga wax ci football te yow you don't know anything about football ñu teg la ci plateforme nga yow waaw xam nga kii dafa am football kii lan la mën a wax ci
non Aziz loolu lifit la xam nga loolu ñu mel gars yi su gars yi bëggee occupy space bi they will send their own people on these platforms pour ñu sell seen agenda defend leen yaa ma understand I remember when they were telling the minister Bakary Bagé di ko wane youth football waruñu am xaalis loolu is not applicable in the Gambia
Habib
yaa ma dégg
Habib doguma la de Habib kerek seen programme bi si programme yi mbay bi maa ngi dégg kii nii baj a ngi ne waaw xam nga xale waruñu am football maa ko bindal suuf ne yow loolu fan nga ko wéer xale yi waruñu am xaalis lan mooy xale yi waruñu
man te laa xam loolu
ñu bàyyi seen kër yi
Aziz
man bañuma su xale yi amul xaalis bu ñuy dem seen of GFF bu gaay am padiem lan moo tax players yi dem play ñuy amul xaalis yow dafa dem gaay ba am xaalis
Aziz dégg naa baj non baj commentaire boobu noonu tey laa ko dégga tey te nu ma ko déggee mooy GFF fan boys yi nga xam ne they are against baj but bu baj waxee loolu they took that comment they took it and they defended baj te ñooñu duñ dee tey maa ngi wax tey la ma kii kool Mbay Camara te la ma Mbay kool man tey laa xam suba early in the morning damaa dem foofu noonu because do you know what in Europe kids don't need to be given money when they are playing for the youth level because do you know why they are in a perfect setup yaa ngi Manchester yaa ngi West Ham yaa ngi Birmingham yow niduloo xaalis yaa ngi sax yow niduloo xaalis but in the Gambia yow da nga bàyyi school bàyyi liggéey amuloo métier yow all your hope is playing football kooku suñ ko fay
Habib
fan laa amee xaalis
I was very dama overmer man xam naa ñun jàng nañ si lii ñu play on a 17 man dama doon play si on a 17 bi maa ngi ñu ngi dem school muslim ñu ngi dem school science people were pots time boobu pot sax maa fay $800 ay 99 how much different on a 20 dañoo dem si on a 17 ñu ñoo fay $125 every month mu la ne yow soo ñëwee sax ñuy dem Casamance xaw ma fan ñu dem play Casamance di kan so gars yi ba ñu bi kama gars yi jox ñu ku nekk $50 yow $50 sax soo bëggee ñibbi yow mënu laa di la waat ana mu tey man ñu ma doon player man ñu ma doon player suñu under 17 boobu billahi wala talaay amul benn under 17 team boo xam ne nii gënoon na team boobu noonu but after lan la mujjee ñaar 2-3 nit rek musa nekk professionnel su passé 5 égout 5 ato man bi yow ak kan ak yow ak kan wax ñeneen yëpp léegi ana yow ñu ngi Gambia but ñooñu noonu di nga gis ne ñii they were very skillful di nga Sanjali pas Sanjali Sanjali kenn daaw ko football
suma star bi
Famara Ndiaye
boy Aziz dinaa leen dog fii because am nañ 2 hours 15 minutes and then maa ngi am yeneen yu ma war a def waaye dinaa bàyyi seen opinion ku nekk rek wante you know lan mooy sa
no waaye boy dama nga bàyyi ñu yaa ngi lekki sa mane yaa ngi lekki sa benn cin invite loñu
suma ko énervé man suma génnee rek dafa dog so loolay problème bi
so benn cin bi nga cobi invite loñu waaye garawul ok garawul benn cin
Aziz,
boy, salute. Thank you.
You know, on Tuesday.
Thank you so much for your time.
Monday, la semi-final game.
Yeah.
So, Sana, are we coming on Monday?
Yeah, we are. We are coming on Monday.
After the game.
After the game.
What time?
Same time.
You might go to extra time.
Same time.
But you might go to extra time.
But like an hour after the game, inshallah.
Game kind of 5-2 GMT.
I'm not sure. I don't have to look at the time. I know that.
Anyway, we will check it out. Whatever happens now,
we'll check it out, and then we will send Aziz new buy game, and then after the game we will still come back.
Yeah, just.
All right, guys. It was good to have you.
New Zealand, good luck.
Yeah,
Sana, next game be. Just New Zealand, good luck for next game be. Guy xam ne def nañ go waaye tam amul fi man gis naa ne su gaay winee Nigeria mun nañoo win trophy bi te fu mu nekk nii
mun nañoo win trophy bi
su winee Nigeria mun na win trophy bi na gaay ñëw rek jox Nigeria man la nañ jox Nigeria respect bu gaay di sax ñu ñëw ñu play ñu nangoon ne ko underdog si comme ni nga ko nekkee su ko defee yow ñëw ñu play ñu win leen so team play 4 games na play yow nga keep 4 clean sheet
Aziz yow la nga fa against Nigeria de war taxaw ndax they want to play.
lan la ñoo taxaw ana football taxaw bu taxaw moo gën a
Thank you.
moo taxawee nañu rey yow ñu play
Thank you.
tournoi bi ñëwee tey ñu taxaw
Thank you.
No, rythme bi ñoo play bi kañ moom rythme bi ñoo play dafa nekk ne suñu losee ball bi ñu ñëw in numbers behind the ball.
Habib
Simple.
tournament bi amul benn team tournament bi team si amul benn team bu ñoo play di war a taxaw pour lan ñu gën a play suñ play bu ñoo play.
Yep.
Simple.
Anyway, no man mom Gambian team bi in terms of talent man ragaluma kenn just comme lu kii waxoon rek bàyyi ma rek mental aspect of it prepare ne we can win them that's it.
Thank you. Wande.
Man, I think that the mentality will lie brought up to the team. And then maybe that the confidence, because Limagi stayed that work rate, I think the Ben team munu stop. Why still you respect Nigeria? Hamna guy experience in this junior tournament. Whatsoever happened, no win in any way. Underrate. Yeah, so Bahana B platform la new prove ne Gambia. It's in the world football map. Simple.
Yep.
So, mange wis da yep, ñu tassé ci final ci dal. ñun ñëpp ñu support.
ñoo
win
gay
cup bi
Sénégal
su ko defee
ñoo
dëkk bi ne.
Sénégal final.
waaw.
Gambia Sénégal final.
ah dañoo
mooy
dóor Sénégal
mooy
yi.
mooy yoon. mooy yoon.
Xaadim Rasul dañ leen a dóor.
Xaadim. ah fu mu nekk nag
Habib mën naa la ko afta.
waaw Xaadim suma waay nga de waaye xam nga lu ngeen wax ne code bi code bi agay si ndong bi.
non waaye Habib boobu Habib boobu Xaadim Rasul xamuñu ñun tam xamuñ ko.
non Xaadim moom dafa xaar Xaadim suma sëriñ nga waaye da nga xaar.
All right, guys. Thank you very much.
Okay.
See you all on Monday.
Yeah, man.
Thank you, Sana. Habib, yo,